Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the finals of the E-West Community Tournament, sponsored by Convict Gaming. This final is between Tactical Gaming and the undefeated thus far team, Zealot Gaming. The winners bracket semi-finals was between Tactical Gaming and Zealot, so Tactical are back with something to prove. They do have their starting mid laner this time, though, which should make it slightly more interesting, hopefully. We're just in pick and bans at the minute. This is a best of 5 tournament, but because ZG are undefeated, they are going into this with 1 win free under their belts, if you like. So there should only be 4 games, theoretically, at max. But yeah, it should be a very interesting game, because the last time these two teams met, they were very well balanced, and the games were really interesting to watch, so hopefully we'll have the same again.
Yeah, it was a really clash of the titans last time around. I expect a very interesting matchup again. Let's see. And we see that there was actually a couple of bans that were more of a, yeah, we kind of respect your players kind of bans. Both Rise and Twisted Fate going out, and then Thresh and Tezrio and Kalista from...
Yeah, I think those were all target bans, because you remember last time we gave man of the match to Big M on Kalista for 1 game, and then I think it was it Chubby on the AP Ezreal mid?
Yeah, I think so.
Who was incredible, and then Lobby, who was the Thresh that he carried the final game for ZG.
Yeah, he went 8-1 and 8. Basically decided that they don't need a carry from the mid lane or from the AD carry position. He's just gonna take his hands on Thresh and take all the kills, make all the plays. Yeah, exactly.
Just to introduce myself, I'm Renovate. I'm one of the League of Legends mods from KG, and joining me is Kio Vardas, also from KG. He's one of our mentors, so he knows a lot more about the game than me. So while I'm screaming rapidly in fights, in between he'll be able to tell you why certain things are happening. And I'll be asking questions.
I'll try explaining why Ren is screaming rapidly in fights.
Yeah. So between those, decent-ish commentary. But if you've got any questions for us, chuck them in the chat, and QO, if you can keep an eye on it, we'll try and answer them when we get a second. So picks-wise, let's see how it's panning out. There's obviously some differences in the team. We spoke about before. Valor is TG's main mid laner. He was absent for the semi-final games where Zealot Gaming beat Tactical Gaming. So they ran with a substitute, and they were very close. Now they have their main mid laner back. Is it going to make a big difference?
Well, it should, especially if he's the shot caller. I'm not really sure how the roles work on their team, but yeah, I guess that like it's always nice to have your tried and tested mid laner back.
He definitely is the team captain. I know that much. So it would make sense if he was the shot caller as well. So I think it will make a massive difference to them this game. I can't remember, but the last time these two teams met, looking at the teams they're picking now, are these similar teams? Are they going for the same compositions that worked or didn't work? Because for me, Tactical Gaming last time were picking teams that had a very strong mid game, and they were going for that kind of wombo combo-y, it's mid game, let's kill some people and win the game, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of worked the first game, and then they made some changes, and they took one of their champions out and gave him some late game scaling, and then it didn't work as well, and then in the final game they didn't really have a team composition that seemed to be that cohesive, and they actually lost the last game quite badly. So looking at their team picks now, are they going back to that mid game aggression, or are they looking towards late game, or?
Well, it would depend on what they pick for the last 3 picks. Right now it seems like the first 2 picks are definitely concentrated on the mid game. It's Maokai and Rengar. They definitely want to force the issue during the middle 20 minutes of the game, between 20 and 40 minutes in the game. Vladimir is a different kind of pick. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, it seems like it's gonna be Vladimir mid, and some Maokai top Rengar jungle, or it could be Rengar top Maokai jungle, but I kind of doubt it.
Is that Maokai support?
No, it is Leona support for sure. now that the 4th pick is revealed, I was kind of I was kind of worried that they might actually run something like Rengar or Maokai support, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. Yeah, Vladimir is a good fallback to champion kind of. On mid lane, we've seen him used over and over again for just pressuring that lane early on, and then if no pressure is put back on mid lane, then he just gets out of control and just bulldozes through the mid game team fights and gets himself into a great position late game.
Will he be running Ghost Flash or Ghost Ignite, or are we going to see Flash? I mean, yeah, it will be Ghost Flash. It's going to be the Law playing Vladimir at the bottom there.
No, it could be Ghost. Yeah, Ghost Flash exactly.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
we go. I mean, you've spoken to me about this, or our mid laner, for my substantially worse ranked team. Vlad's one of those champions that has real trouble sticking in team fights, in terms of if you turn and run away from a Vlad, he has to just chase you, and if you're a little bit faster or have any sort of mechanic to slow him down, then you just walk away. So Ghost just kind of helps you stick more so than Flash, especially in extended team fights. I think that's the theory here. Just to clarify, ZG will be starting on the blue team, and TG, Tactical Gaming, will be starting on the purple side. So we just into that last 20 seconds of the official picks and bans, and then obviously we have the 3-minute riot delay, where we will talk a bit more about the team comps and what we think will happen in this game in terms of power spikes, and then maybe give you a bit of insight into how each team could win the game with the team comps they've selected.
Yeah, what kind of threw me off here was that TG were blue side, right? Yeah, they are.
No, ZG are blue side.
Oh, ZG are blue side. ZG, yeah. Okay, what threw me out a bit was that ZG actually preferred to get the Gnar pick in. I did not honestly expect to see that. That's not usually a contested pick. And the other thing is that some of the contested picks right now were kind of, I feel, overlooked. We didn't see either Hecarim or one of the premier junglers in the face of Gragas and Sejuani go down, or we didn't see Irelia, we didn't see... Yeah, there's a lot of picks right now that are really strong, and Rumble also.
Yeah, Leona surprises me, actually, because Janna was picked up before Leona, and then they switched out, right? Leona's got great engage, and one of the strengths of her in lane is that you reach a point at level 6 where you can E into Q, into ulti, and there's nothing your enemy can really do about that. You're eating 3 consecutive CCs, and with a Jinx, you're probably going to die at level 6 if she's picked up a BF sword. There's just nothing you can do, right? But Janna is one of the champions that can disengage that very easily. She sees the Leona walk forward for an E, sets up a tornado, Leona E's, she tornadoes, and walks away, and that's the engage kind of ruined.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think they picked that up specifically for the laning phase. I feel like even if they go even in the laning phase, they should be able to stomp through the team fights. The thing is, as things stand out right now, if Zealot Gaming managed to get engaged on, they're gonna be in a very rough situation, because both Janna and Azir are very squishy. Even though Severe has her spell shoot, she can only block one spell with it. And then you have Maokai Twisted Advance and Knock Up, you have Rengar Initiation from ulti, you have Leona that brings like 3 CCs. So it's really hard to block the correct CC on Severe in a team fight if you get engaged on. What Zealot Gaming have going for them is the counter engage. What they really need to do is have Tactical Gaming blow all their initiation on one target, Janna and Azir Wall disengaging that team fight, and then going back in with Gnar ulti and Amumu ulti, and trying to clean up of that. But it feels like that's a kind of hard thing to pull off. I'm not sure if.
Especially if that's their primary strategy here. It's like Maokai is going to pick up a Righteous Glory, I imagine, is his first pick, right?
Yeah,
that's
he should.
Pretty much a given, right? So TG are going to be running at them very quickly within the first team fights they've got. If their only strategy here is use the Azir ult to disengage and then re-engage a fight, that's putting them under a lot of pressure very early on. But then maybe they can get some good picks. They've got some good zone control in terms of Mumu ult and Azir ult and Janna ult. Like, they can create good spaces in the map to fight. Azir Sand Soldiers, we all know how strong they are in tight spaces. So, I don't know. Maybe they're baiting hard engage so Mumu can ult and in go the Azir Soldiers. And who knows? If they can catch the carries out, I think they'll go down pretty fast with Azir and Sivir.
Yeah, the thing is... Yeah, Purple side has the premier catch strategy here with Rengar. Rengar will be... I expect Rengar to go full tank. Not full tank, full damage. Given that they have a dedicated tank in the face of Maokai. And then Vladimir and Leona are both naturally tanky. So I expect Rengar to be tasked with the let's kill one of the back lines immediately. So... Although
when they tried that last time in the semi-finals, it didn't work, did it?
Yeah, it didn't really work, true.
So,
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe that's because he fell too far behind. In terms of winning, what does TG have to do, or what does ZG have to do to win the game?
Well, for TG, it seems to be, yeah, I don't know. I feel like ZG just have the better composition at this point, because their composition just plays out straightforward. Or wait, ZG were blue side, right?
Yeah, ZG are on top.
Oh, okay, so ZG have the harder composition to pull off. My bad. TG have the better composition, yeah, the easier composition to pull off, because they just need to steamroll through the team fight. They just need to get an engagement on someone and then follow up. Whereas Zelo Gaming will have to actually play it out correctly. Both they have a lot of lanes that are actually kind of weak early on. Both the Janna Sivir lane should theoretically play safe in the early couple of levels against Leona Jinx, just because they can't win an all-in engagement. And Amumu is also very susceptible to an early invade. Last time around, I remember that Amumu was not invaded, even though ZG actually had a good invade squad with Thresh on their team.
And Hecarim jungle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Hecarim jungle, exactly, and this time around they chose a Rengar, so I would not be surprised if they invade this time around, but I would also not really be surprised if they don't, because last time around Maokai just decided to go do a camp level 1 and ignore the invade.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Neither side invaded last time. We saw defensive wards go down, so I mean, maybe we'll see a bit more aggression this time. Hopefully, that's what we enjoy, right?
We're hoping for that good brawl of the century, Pacquiao versus Mayweather over here.
Yeah.
Well, not really that one, because that one's a bore, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Everyone was expecting something amazing, and it just
it was just basically Mayweather running around the ring for 12 rounds.
I got so tired, he was like, "Come back, please."
Yeah.
From Mayweather was like, "Okay, I'm ready now." Game over. But we'll see. Which actually, ironically, is kind of DG's strategy here. Chasers. Oh, all your summoners are on cooldown. Now we're gonna re-engage you. So
that's what we're looking at here. That's exactly how their competition should play out.
We'll see then. I should have made pizza before this game started.
Oh, you most definitely should have. I did. No regrets.
Maybe in the break between the games.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a best of 5. ZG have already won 1 by virtue of being undefeated thus far in the tournament. So 1-0 to ZG currently, and we're in game. Let's see what happens. At least my music is turned on. I can't see anything yet.
We just loaded in the game. I don't know.
Yeah, for those people that have had the misfortune of playing a game with me, my computer is really, really bad, so I'm now in game. Awesome.
Yeah, we're
so
good.
I'm just going to rearrange all the little champions so I can keep track of who's versus who. Yeah, that's good. Okay, ready. That was pretty easy. And yeah, it looks like pretty standard. It looks like TG are going to do the same kind of thing. They send their Maokai or their top laner into the top half of the jungle. He stands in one of the entrances while he saplings up Wraith Camp. And the rest of them just go and help the jungler, and it's a pretty standard start.
Yeah, it seems like we were gonna see standard lanes and no invades coming in, since both teams kind of spread out in defensive formations. That's kind
Things
of
are going out.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty standard.
Oh, the tank v tank fight. And yeah,
That's that.
that's that. That's about it. Neither of them can kill the other one. They're both gonna go back, heal up, and get back to it. No, Maka is actually gonna sit there and just throw his samplings down. Yeah, seems like that's gonna happen.
Why not? He's probably going to recall the TP anyway. He can do it with that little bit of help.
Yeah, he's recalling after the camp to get items anyway. So
yeah. Now I'm a little jungle noob, right? If I have to jungle, I play Nunu. Only Nunu because he's easy. And it's much like support in the fact you're a utility tank. So, are there any differences in gold between the big camps or not?
well, yeah. Usually, what happens is if you clear the blue side of the jungle, and you go back, you have enough for your buy. Whereas if you clear the red side of the jungle and you go back, you don't. You're missing like 40 gold or so.
Oh.
So that's something that you need to look out for. The thing is, I don't know why. I remember this was the case last time as well. Oh, we're gonna see actually Alex countered this Raptor start from Maokai, which is very significant.
Yeah.
And he'll go back
He's
to.
going to go and try and clear this, but it is warded, so if Nar wants, he can actually just turn around and keep going, but he's not going to bother.
No, he already got a couple of minions, so Maokai won't hit level 2 off of this. So that's significant enough. What I was gonna say is that I don't know why Amumu keeps starting red side, because I figure he kind of needs the blue buff for the mana regen.
Yeah.
He won't be able to continue clearing after he's done with his.
What we've seen in the past is he ganks top very quickly. He tries to clear the entirety of blue side, recall, then go to blue buff, and then gank top. And he's already got his jungle item, he's already a bit healthier, and then, yeah, he does it that way. And I don't know whether you remember the semi-final games, but the Nar was actually pretty significant.
Yeah, he was.
Great ults went down. It was just very well played. So, if you know you've got a top laner on a champion like Nar who can execute it well and use his teleport well, it's a pretty sound strategy to get him ahead early game. So I think that's kind of what their early to mid game is based around. Like, yes, Amumu goes a bit slower through the jungle, but it's less predictable because he's starting red instead of blue. Plus, you can get a gank down early on the top laner who you want to snowball.
Yeah, that's about the gist of it.
Plus, the enemy jungler, you know he won't want to gank Nar about the same time because he goes mega, and there he goes.
Yeah. The thing is, in the Nar versus Maokai matchup, Nar just shoves in Maokai very easily early on, at least before the first couple of bags have happened, and Maokai can get his either second Doran's Ring or Catalyst up, and actually have the mana pool to push the lane out. That's one of the issues that Maokai top lane faces. That being said, I don't see a way that Amumu can easily successfully gank top lane unless it's a counter gank.
You see a very interesting trade come down there between Maokai and Nar.
Alex actually overextended a bit and mistimed his mega and got engaged on while he was a mid-nar. That hurts.
That twisted advance is such a good move because it puts you behind, which then lets the Maokai punt you further back if you want with his Q. So, yeah, it's a very good champion, Maokai. You know why he's meta. It's just very good. Rengar's looking for something mid, but that bush is warded. He has been spotted, and he's gonna find this Amumu.
I feel like Rengar should just hard farm to 6 at this point, because looking at the lanes, unless he ganks top lane or bot lane, there's not really much to get there. Top lane should theoretically be very hard to gank. Given that Nar should have Maokai pushed up to the turret, and then as a solo laner you kind of want to concentrate on CSing, which is the secure farm that you can get under turret, rather than chasing the engage down. And then also Rengar doesn't really have that great of an engage pre-6. He doesn't really,
But yeah, and also like for top laners, you don't really want to sacrifice the health and the minions going through them to try and get into a fight.
Exactly.
If it comes down to it and you're needed bot and you're half health because you've got an engage that didn't net you a kill, it means that if you teleport bot, you become a target rather than a secured health, right? So it's decisions. It's all decisions. Yeah, just seeing some quiet farming from all the lanes at the minute.
One thing that I don't necessarily agree with is Nar going longsword in this matchup. I feel like if he goes Doran's Shield, he's at a much better position.
Yeah, he's got absolutely no regen at this point. Like no form of sustain. I don't know what runes of masteries he's running. I didn't check, but yeah, it seems a little odd.
Yeah, the thing is, like, he is a lane bully, right? But it's kind of hard to do it if your opponent is running a Doran's ring on you, Doran's item of any sort on you, and just has like 250 HP, so to work with while you're sitting there trying to survive.
Alright, both top laners have hit 6, and Rengar has moved into the bush at the top.
Yeah.
Gonna try and get a gank off this way. Be interesting, because theoretically Nar should be pushing, and his mega will be up in not too long. He's engaged every time it's been up with a little hop, ship, and a dump. So we're probably...
Oh, that was actually a good attempt, but yeah, they will only burn his flash.
Just didn't quite get in range. Flash is coming out for Rengar and Maokai and Gnar there, so
Yeah.
2 for 1 in terms of flash trading, but nothing else. Janna just picking up some gold there. No spell thieves there. Oh no, she's got coin. There's summoner ability then. Looks like they're going to 2v1 bot to try and push the tower in or get some pressure on it. Amumu's going to go up. The Lord's just doing some aggressive training with Lobby in the mid, but Azir doesn't really care. Sand soldiers, they're so over. Yeah, there's been no really aggressive players at this point. I mean, it's just poking and trading. Neither team's been caught out. With top lane.
And like I told you, for the first 6 levels of bot lane, everything should really be static and just concentrate on farming, because they could try to make a play, but then yeah, there's not really a way to get. Oh yeah. That was a big Leon at W. He got like 4 CS in that wave, even though he had only 1 target shoot. He was like, yeah, I'm just gonna tax you a little bit for sitting there, helping you out.
Scotland has recall, so looks like TG are gonna go for an early dragon on this.
Yeah, that is actually a very good dragon timing. Although they knew that the Mumu started on the lower side of his jungle. The thing is, I'm pretty sure they knew that there was no wards on Drake or on the river side of.
It's quite an early
bot lane
to go for a Drake, so it seemed like pretty safe. You knew the bot lane had recalled, so at best it would be the mid and jungle with a possible TP. But then Maokai's TP is up, so it would be a 3 versus 5 if it came to that. You don't want to fight that for a dragon this early in the game. Who cares? I mean, 6% of like 70 AD makes almost no difference at all in these early team fights. Yeah, we've seen Maokai go all in on Gnar, and it looks like Gnar is going to pick up a kill.
No, I don't think so. Maokai is gonna win this one. Oh, yeah.
Well, there you go. By the thinnest of margins.
Well, it was the. Actually, the third look went to Maokai.
It did, so there you go, you were right. The move is going to come in here on the law, and he's going to burn his ulti if he tries to escape here, I reckon.
No, I don't think so. Because like Lobby had no mana, there was literally no way. Yeah, no way to follow up on that. It was more a situation of, just Azir trying to base here and helping push the lane more than anything else.
Fair enough. It's going to delay the laws back a little bit, but sorry, very tired. Vlad's got way better sustain than Azir anyway. He can afford to stay a bit longer. He's got no mana costs, just the health, and he gets that back. So I mean, he's always going to out-sustain him, isn't he?
Yeah.
Especially now the game. Azir requires so many items to be effective, or like massively effective. Well, so does Vlad, but I just feel like this matchup, Vlad deals very well with Azir pick, so probably a good pick there from the law.
Nothing that significant happening for the first 10 minutes of the game. It's mostly been a still while both sides just farm it up.
Well, this respect has been kind of earned.
Worked for
the semi-finals. They both know the caliber of the teams they're up against, and you know, neither of them wants to make mistakes early that cost them the game. They'd rather do it in team fights or at least some collective team play rather than burn it off now. A little bit of top lane trading. But,
I don't really agree with that aggression from Alex, because look at Maokai's items. He already has that catalyst. He's gonna regen both the mana and the HP as soon as he levels up. So that was a bit of a.
I mean, he's also got the Crystal Embracer, which gives you 50% base HP.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to feel that trade in 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, exactly. Now has to pop a bot. Yeah. Now has to pop a bot, which is
Yeah. Obviously picked up a few of those. Yeah, Rengar looks like he's going to scout towards bot, but there is a ward that's been pinged. They know that's there. So he's going to go mid instead. Pretty dangerous though with his this close to his tower. You don't want to get insect in. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that was actually a very good play from Azir, and he will survive.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of obvious though, when you're against Nazir that close to his tower, of course he's just gonna push you into it and then poke you down with damage. Like, it's the obvious thing to do, isn't it? So yeah, just some minion farming now with them both. Azir's not gonna have to back, he's got blue buff, he's popped a pot, he'll be absolutely fine. Well, he's got crystalline flask in fact, and he can poke pretty safely. with his
Big soldiers.
But
Yeah.
who has come in on the mid, jumped down to bot to watch them farm, and now but everyone's getting out safely. So
I honestly feel like he should not be ganking mid lane. He should just concentrate on either ganking bot or top. In this case, it most definitely would have been bot. Would be a good choice.
First kill in the bot lane going down to Sivir.
Yeah.
2 flashes burned there. Just yeah. I didn't actually see what happened because I was looking at mid lane. So ooh.
Yeah, there we go.
Great now ulti there though. It's not going to be enough to get him away though. Rengar's just going to walk up into this bush.
Oh yeah, force the flash.
Yeah, and he is going to get out that. Mega Gnar, you just get so incredibly tanky, don't you?
Yeah.
What can you do against that? Oh, in comes the Jinx rocket. Is it going to connect?
Oh.
By the thinnest of margins.
Not even close, baby.
I'll send you a postcard from the fountain, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good. Worth a try though. I mean, that's one of the great things about the ADCs with the global ults, Ashe, Draven, and Jinx. I mean, and Ezreal. Although he's more middle laner now, but if you're falling a little bit behind and you need to get some kills, just watch the map, and eventually someone will mess up, and then...
yeah. And all you need to do is just hit a cross-country ultimate on them.
An ICBM goes in, 3 kills, 3 gold. Easy life, easy game.
I know, right?
We're back to the farming mode. Gold difference, not too bad for minutes.
And there is one very dead.
Ingo's
Gnar.
getting wall, but I'm not sure he's got the
Amumu can actually 1v2 them if he plays this correctly, yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, he was actually getting hit by all the minions in that wave. So it was actually very straightforward. Oh yeah, and that's very easy. That bench does. Oh. Yeah. Hooks for everyone.
Oh, he's gonna get ulted away, but down goes the ulti. He needs to puddle. There it is.
This is actually a Azir getting out of control here. That was a bit of a misplay on Vladimir, I feel like. I remember the other Vladimir that we saw was Vladimir top lane against Ryze, where he really wanted to pick those fights, so he was just walking in and taking unnecessary poke before the fight starts.
Yeah, this wasn't the Lord though that was playing Vlad, but what I think he may have underestimated was Azir just backed and picked up a Morella Lolcom, right?
Yeah, so his healing was cut in half.
Yeah, exactly. So as soon as you drop below 40%, which didn't actually take that long, you're pretty much over at that point with Vlad because you rely on that sustain to keep you alive and extend your teamfight potential. And if your healing's cut in half, you're pretty screwed, really. Oh,
that was a very good engagement, and this is going to be very almost dead Sivir. Yeah. They still managed to clean up.
Yeah, that's good. That was a really good team. You didn't even see it come in.
Yeah.
You're busy talking about the law, but really good. Just keeping them in. There's only 900 gold in this at the minute to ZG at the minute, but yeah, I think these two teams, they're so close in terms of skill, aren't they? But,
yeah.
ZG are going to pick up another dragon here. It is warded this time, but I don't think anyone particularly wants to contest it. Although Rengar is low, but no, it's going to be picked up.
No, this is not going to be a contested Drake. All that this could lead to is just getting them out of position.
The Zero goes down to chuck 'em out.
Yeah, that's what people call denied.
Yeah, not today.
Not today. Yeah. What do we say to the rankers again? Cause not today.
Not this day. Yeah, just very good from both teams though.
Yeah.
TG just executing good four-man plays, you know. Saw a TP opportunity, Rengar was in position. That's something you never get in solo queue. It's teams that are talking to each other and saying, we need everyone bot in 3 minutes, I've got TP.
Yeah.
Jungler's gonna be in position.
This should be a kill going on. No, it won't be.
No,
actually.
Nah, too tanky.
Yeah.
Plus, because he's been against Maokai, he picked up the Eddie Spirit Visage, he's got that little bit of magic resistance, and when Vlad came to help, his damage was reduced as well. What they really need is the Rengar going up there to do the 80 damage to cut through that, because at the minute he has absolutely no armor.
Yep.
But, yeah, apart from Mega Gnar armor. Yeah, this team, Leona may not have been a good pick for this bot lane trade, because in terms of Sivir Spell Shield plus Channa Tornado, she's had a really rough time engaging. She actually burned Flash that last fight to get the CC down on the Jinx. On the Sivir, sorry.
Yeah, the thing is, they actually want and need to focus down Janna in this lane, as strange as that sounds. Because Sivir can just stop one of those stuns, and that's actually very detrimental. What you want to do is you want to have Janna and Sivir very close to each other when you go in, and then as you go on either one, just focus down the Janna while exhausting Sivir, and then re-engage on Sivir after that's done.
But we both know how difficult it is to kill a Janna.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's the
One of those
problem.
champions who just does not care that you're trying to kill her. She's got the speed, she's got the shield, she's got the tornado and the heal. Everything about her kit says I'm not dying today or tomorrow or next week. So
Yeah, the problem is if oh yeah, if
yeah, he's gonna be killed here. Yeah. Oh, but in comes Rengar.
yeah, this is going to be the cleanup. Yeah. The
So
thing
yeah,
is,
they're sacrificing herself.
if Janna actually uses her shield on herself, that's actually worth for the opposing team, since that shield is so big mid game.
Yeah, it's
At level 9, the damage that it gives, yeah.
It's an additional BF sword, and that's if she doesn't have any AP at all. But I
Yeah.
think we will see her pick up a Magi Soul Stealer as a first item. Yeah, there it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, there it is.
So I mean, because she's so hard to kill, and because it's so easy for her to get involved in team fights, you just pick up loads of assists and no deaths. So it's a really smart item to get on Janna. I really like it.
And it's
So yeah,
quite
that's-
easy to stack as well. That's
yeah,
the other
so
thing.
easy. Just shield someone and wander off.
Yeah. Press E, be
This is
useful.
mid lane, right? Is this Azir already out of control? I know their farm is almost bang on even, but Azir has a kill, and he's just driving this Vlad further and further back. And there doesn't seem to be anything his team could do about it. We've seen the Rengar gank a few times to no avail. What's their answer going to be to this? Because if he keeps farming the way he is and keeps stacking up items, it's sort of a time limit on the window they have to deal with him in a way.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like Tactical Gaming made a little boo-boo there. What they should have done in order to keep the Azir under control is deny him blue buff, right? The thing is, Vladimir doesn't necessarily need blue buff. He has all the healing and all the cooldowns and all the non-existent mana cost because he's always Zoom. So that being said, they could very easily have transferred blue buff to either the bot lane or even Maokai when he TPs one of these times. And just or giving it to Vladimir to counteract the fact that Azir has blue buff. The problem was that Vladimir took that early fight against Azir, which he lost. Then out of that he lost his turret, and now he's getting shoved in continually because Azir, after getting his blue buffs, is actually incredibly strong.
Yeah, massively.
Oh.
Well, that's going to miss, and out she goes. She's still going to go into this tower.
Oh, that was a great counter engage.
Just such a mistake there. Oh, but they are going to pick up a kill.
Yeah, they got a kill on the Mumu because Nar was simply not in mega form. It's literally just ran out.
They have saved the tower though, right? I mean, I think although TG got the kill there, it was a massive mistake for them. Just that they so badly underestimated the CC and the power, the AoE power that ZG have, and the counter push here is going to take this turret. And
Yeah,
I don't
it
think
should.
there's anything they can do to stop it.
No, there's no way they're stopping this. They should have just backed off and healed up, since Drake is gonna be up in 1 minute, and yeah.
Gonna take the CC.
No, this was
Oh, there you go. Janna getting a kill. 7 stacked. It's gold viable.
yeah.
There we go. Look at that. Take place. Yeah, I mean, this is what we talked about though. ZG's comp. Once TG have burnt their engage, it's great for counter engage, and it was.
Yeah, that's a situation that you really want to counter engage in. When your opponents try to get a dive off, that dive didn't really accomplish anything at that point. Like, even though it was a 3v5, you saw how badly it turned out for Tactical Gaming. Yeah, they got the kill, but yeah.
It was almost all a Mumu.
Yeah.
Like, that's huge. He doesn't even have. I mean, he's got a Righteous Glory and a Cinder Hulk. I mean,
Yeah, he
can do
doesn't
that.
have any AP.
Yeah, crazy. And then maybe some Azir soldiers. But like, ooh, he's getting
Oh
caught.
yeah, this is.
They're gonna go on this. Leona will come
This
back.
should be one third that Leona.
Rengar's not going to
Yeah.
engage on that. Just going to say you're not worth it. Stupid supports. So ZG are currently 3,700 gold in the lead. They're going to take their first dragon of the game, which at this stage, it's going to have a big impact for them. GG, what's their plan here in terms of answering? So they've got a Wombo Combo Engage team that I don't know, they all seem to have, like, Vlad seems to be a bit behind, Jinx seems to be a bit behind. What's their plan in terms of, can they effectively utilize the comp they've built?
Well, the thing is, right now they have the TP advantage, so what they really want to do is just send their top laner to 1v1 Gnar, because that seemed to work out fine for them for the time being. And then they really want to let Jinx farm a little bit, because even though, like, not only is she behind in gold, she's also behind in items. She had to go for getting those home guards. Yeah, and Rengar should definitely be ganking the Gnar lane. Because that's a lot of CC that you're not using up right now. Even though they're gonna give out a tower for it, they got some farm on Jinx, they got a Q on Maokai, they're gonna get the revenge third Q on top. They're not losing a Drake because Drake is already gone. And they also are getting a lot of farm on Vladimir, which is also important. Because Vladimir was also kind of denied during the laning phase.
Maokai does still have TP, so he's got a few options here. But it looks like CG are just going to push down the mid lane. They don't really need to do anything else. Oh, Rengar's still pushing.
Yeah, but he will bugger off from there shortly.
Yeah, no need.
A hero play here would be if ZG actually went for Baron, but I don't think that's something that they really want to do or need to do.
I'm not sure it's worth it at this stage. Looking at it, TG have got a ward on it.
The whole idea behind that call would be that, like, yeah, we know that they pushed, but they also needed to base, because yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
For Rengar, we just need to see him actually get his Umos up and start one-shotting the backline. He just needs the last Whisper completed now. He actually could just sell his Ranger's Trailblazer, because he doesn't really need it at this point, to get that last Whisper ready and be able to one-shot Sivir. Problem with that, obviously, is that there's a Janna involved, and yeah, it's not a simple task as it seems. The best way to go about it would be to actually force a situation where their AD carry needs to rotate, and yeah.
Yeah, so set the lanes pushing, force the ADC to go and counter push it, and then one hitter.
Yeah.
Rengar's gonna have to burn his ulti here to get away from the Gnar.
And the Great Escape.
Yeah, he's just gonna recall in that, but it looks like Gnar is gonna find him. Yeah, and away runs Rengar. He's gonna dodge the house and run to freedom.
Yeah.
We do see something going down mid. House being hit by Janna Tornado. Maokai is going to engage. In comes the TP from Gnar. Maokai just going way too deep for that.
No, that was a very wishful kind of engagement.
Yeah, flash from the Law, and Ghost has been burnt, but it's only just keeping him ahead. They're not going to bother chasing.
This simply shouts Baron right now, yeah.
It's the Baron call, yeah.
It should be, because they already know that Rengar was kind of low, he has no ulti, there's no problem for them to force this objective. They will take a lot of damage, but yeah, this is very easy pickings here.
But yeah, TG don't even know they're there. Rengar's moving in now to drop an award, but it's already gone. So,
yeah.
I mean, what's the point? And actually...
And this is one dead kitty.
Yeah,
oh.
Down he goes.
And a flash.
And a Jinx, yeah, and a Jinx. Leona will swiftly be picked up as well. ZG can now just pressure down the turret.
Oh.
Minions have moved into position.
I was hoping that the Jan Auto was going to secure that kill for that extra stack.
We've already got a single wave, a single cannon, but that's a pretty massive wave. I think they may be able to take it.
They should take inhib over this. There's really nothing to stop them. They got a good 10-15 seconds here.
Yeah. Oh, they're just going to ignore the tower, go straight in.
Yeah.
Pick anyone up, but whatever. They're just pushing them off. Down goes the Law. Maokai is going to swiftly follow.
Forcing the flash, and yeah, this is going to be very clean. Oh!
Quite enough. The Rengar's ult is going to come in. He's going to jump to a minion and go down. They're just not really respecting the damage that CG can output at this point. They're just going one by one and down they go. And
yeah.
I think that could be the game, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Honestly, this was simply a superior team fight showing from Zillow Gaming here.
TG had all the cards in their favour in terms of, right, should we team fight? Yes, we can, because our team comp is stronger for it at this stage. So let's just go all in and they didn't. And ZG just out-rotated them, just played it much better, and managed to group at the correct time, to take the right objectives. And it was just one mistake after another from Tactical Gaming that led to, you know, Maokai getting caught and dying, and then the Law burning his Flash and Ghost, and then, oh, we'll pick up a Baron, and then Rengar gets caught, and then Leona got caught, and then Jinx got caught, and suddenly the base is going down, and they're still coming in one by one, and then the game ended, and it's like, oh, okay. But yeah, it was just a series of consecutive mistakes there from TG that kind of led to them getting sort of slow rolled. Not even slow rolled. It was just literally 5 minutes at the end there where they just got crushed, really. But yeah,
Thing is,
I don't know.
Technical Gaming didn't manage to actually get the hard initiation off in a meaningful manner. They do have the hard initiation team, but that doesn't mean that you can force and engage every time, everywhere, like regardless of what's going on.
Yeah, it's weird as well because at the start of the game we saw so much respect come out from all the players. Like in terms of the laning phase, it was all very gentle and very right. I know you're scary. I know you can play. I'm gonna kind of respect that and be careful about my engages, etc. And then that all kind of disappeared.